possessions. Now we shall speak about owning things and having things in the world. First of all, let us say that there is nothing you could possibly possess that is nearly as valuable or that in any way can compare with the value of knowledge and wisdom. You must develop wisdom in order to experience knowledge and carry it with you. When we speak of possessions, do not think we are giving them this value. Do not think that they hold this esteem in our view. We speak of possessions because owning things is part of being in the world. There are things that are useful and beneficial and provide comfort and joy to a certain degree. And of course there are many things that are quite useless and merely serve as distractions or are damaging in and of themselves. Since you all have to own things, let us talk about ownership and give you the understanding that what is most important is that you set your sights on the reclamation of knowledge and on developing the relationships that can express knowledge effectively. In your world, there seem to be almost unlimited things to own and to do. Certainly, there is enough to fill up your time completely, and this is occurring all around you. People are obsessed with things. They are consumed by things. They purchase things. They own things. They fix things. They trade things. They sell things. They buy more things. Then they buy things to fix the things they already have, and it goes on and on and on. And of course the more you own, the more you must support what you own and, therefore, you must work harder in order to keep what you have and, hopefully, to buy more. So, this buying and owning becomes totally dominating. It overshadows the greater questions of life and seems to ameliorate the suffering individuals feel as a result of living a life that is unknown to them and to others. The abuse of ownership is everywhere. Its manifestations are there for you to see. The ways that people relate to their possessions and how they relinquish themselves to their possessions can be recognized in many, many forms of expression. Is it bad to have things while so much great abuse is going on? Is it bad? The answer to this requires some explanation. The answer is yes, it can be bad. Having many things is a great disadvantage, not because it is bad in and of itself, but because it takes your mind away from other things which are more important, and it keeps you disassociated from yourself. The world in which you live is devoted to owning and affording things. Indeed, people are esteemed by how much they have, how hard they work for it, how they have accumulated it, and so forth. The accumulation of possessions is an ever-increasing burden and an ever-dominating focus, overshadowing the possibility of living a true life. Owning things can be bad. However, owning things is a fact of life, and you must own some things in order to function successfully in the world. Here you recognize that you are not an ascetic. You have not chosen an ascetic life, nor do you live in monasteries. You have to own many things in order to function in the world, so where do you draw the line? That is the question. The question is not whether it is good or bad to have things. The question is where to draw the line. Here we must once again return to knowledge, for only knowledge knows what you need and what you don't need. If you can open yourself to knowledge, wait for knowledge and abide with knowledge, then you will have an opportunity to know where to draw the line for yourself. Without this, you will attempt to imitate other people based upon whatever values you hold to be more virtuous. You will try, once again, to live out a set of standards based upon your own value system or based upon the value system of someone else which you think is better than yours. But you cannot draw the line here. Here you are again functioning purely from trial and error. When you are functioning from trial and error, wisdom from the disappointment is with you constantly. It is very hard to sort things out if this is the only means you are choosing. By ownership, I am not only speaking of physical things. I am also talking about ideas. So, let me speak about this so that we can have a larger view of what ownership really is. Some people call it objects. Others call it ideas. Part of the attraction of collecting ideas is having exciting thoughts and having the thrill of having an insight, which is like the thrill of buying a new thing, perhaps a new garment, which you have the thrill of wearing for a few days, and then it just becomes a garment. One more thing. People often value insights in the same way. They have an insight, and oh, they are excited, and they think it is so meaningful. They walk around proudly with it and share it eagerly with their friends. Then after a few days, well, it's just another thought to add to millions of other thoughts that are already there. So, having insights is like buying a new dress or a new pair of shoes. The thrill is gone quickly and you have one more thing. Owning things is not merely collecting objects. It is also collecting ideas. Many people collect ideas. They are always searching for new ideas, and when they find new ideas they say, "Oh, this is so interesting. What an interesting idea. Fantastic." They read a new book and say, "Oh, a great book. Oh, what tremendous insights." They are excited about this book for a few days, and then they go on to other new, exciting and interesting things. It is like buying bric-a-brac. The only difference is one is physical and the other is mental. But it is all accumulation. People can have a great many ideas they have collected, even an enormous collection of ideas on a particular subject. There are always more to collect, of course, because in the realm of ideas you don't run out. But what you find in the realm of ideas is that after a while most ideas are like other ideas. The differences between them are not so great. It is the same with objects. After a while, one is like another, it is all stuff. Some people think owning things is disdainful, and so they go and collect ideas. Some people collect spiritual practices. Other people collect spiritual artifacts. Collect, whether it is objects or ideas, collect, until you are swollen and glutted with all this, and it all seems to fill up the emptiness within you that is a calling for knowledge. When someone comes to study the greater community way of knowledge, often they're eager for new ideas. Oh, I want new ideas. They read wisdom from the greater community. Oh, new insights. New ideas. Fantastic. Or they say, "Oh, I've heard this before." It is like their other collection of insights. It is all more ideas to them. More ideas, more ideas. Or perhaps it is more insightful experiences. "Oh, I had a great experience." And then when the experience wears off they say, "There's nothing left here for me. I'll go on to new things." Many people approach the teaching in this way, with the idea of collecting more things. Or perhaps their pursuit is more desperate. Perhaps they are looking for an answer. They must have the answer. They are not interested in collecting ideas, but they must have something that will give them relief. So, they read wisdom from the greater community, and they find something that gives them relief, but it only gives relief for a few days. Then their pain returns, and they say, "Oh, well, this program is not for me. I have to find something else. It has not taken my pain away. It has not given me relief." So they go on to new things. Some people approach this teaching to collect new ideas, new insights, and so forth. Some people even think that if they have these ideas, they will be able to make more money and buy more things. Other people come because they seek relief and escape from their difficulties, and they are desperately looking. The strange thing is that they will all be disappointed. The way of knowledge is not about accumulating things or escaping things, not at all.